Hi, another quick video, kind of give you an update on where I'm at with Wild Bill. Just painted the body, just a base coat of the blue, which is going to be the main color of his clothes. So, turned out pretty good, I think. The initial coat was kind of sticky, even though it said it bonds to plastic. But once I put the clear coat over it, it dried, and it protected it, and I think it turned out real nice. The knees are good. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about scraping off any of the plastic. But I did apply a thin coat of glue in between the joints. This stuff works real good, and it'll be nice for the joint to make it nice and stiff. So that'll be good. Sorry, and so I don't have to worry about this paint scraping off at all. It's pretty good. So I masked out the boots and the cuff of his pants because I'm actually gonna make that part of his boots. Like I'm gonna make that. If you look at Wild Bill's the way he looks in the cartoon, there's kind of a thin strap or something that is the same color as his boots. So I'm gonna paint both of those a gray color, and I think that'll work out pretty good. I went ahead and painted the waist, even though I'm not going to use that one in the end. I'm going to the other one's coming in the mail, and I'm going to swap that out and then repaint it the blue to match. Chest turned out pretty good. I'm gonna obviously maybe paint orange for the vest, and then have to repaint his skin tone. It's so much easier just to repaint the skin tone than it is to mask it out for the painting process, just because there's so many little parts in there and everything, and it'd just be such a pain. And I don't think the skin tone matched really well with the head anyway, so I'll be repainting that. But try to get a good close up. When you paint something the same color, then you'll see all the imperfections that you might need to fix. Like his strap, one of the straps has a few marks that I guess I didn't smooth down good enough, so I can take some sandpaper and smooth that down. And it doesn't matter because it's going to be orange, so I'm going to be painting it again anyway. So a few other things I'll have to fix on it, but overall I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. You can see the detail pretty good, and I don't want it to be perfect necessarily. I just want it to look like the original Joe's looked, kind of rough, like they were just trying to mass produce a bunch of characters and as cheaply as possible, and so they look great still, but I'm just trying to match that look. And the back looked pretty good. I'm gonna have to smooth down over here too, because it still looks like that piece underneath is kind of that I had scraped off, kind of showing up. So I'll fix that. Not a big deal. Happy about the legs. So I just carved that square, tried to match both sides of the legs, and they turned out pretty good. I'm real happy with them. The one thing that I thought I might have to fix, and I do, is his arms. There's a couple of spots that when you painted it one color you could see it, and especially a darker color you can see the little bumps and weird things. And of course these are the Leonard figures, so they're not as nice, as the quality control goes. But I still need to paint the elbow. I painted it straight, the arm straight, and then I knew I'd have to bend the arm and paint it again, but I wanted to see how it looked first, so I didn't have to keep on, painting, stopping, painting, and keep going. But this, when you put the arm into the torso and turn it in up and down, side to side, whatever, then you see whether that is going to bump into it and scrape off the paint. And it did a little bit, enough to where I'm like, I'm just going to Dremel it down and prevent that from happening next time. So I did that to both arms. I Dremeled there, and then, I Dremeled all the way around. You just can't see all the way, but there's a nice gap in between there, so you can see the paint won't really scrape on the arm. It's going to scrape on the shoulder. Right in this area. So I'm going to reapply the paint to the arms and put a clear coat on it again, and I'll have to paint it with the shoulder like this, and then I'll have to rotate the joint all the way around, paint it again, and that's fine. It's a process. The arms do take the longest to paint and perfect. So, and when I'm done with that, I'll be moving on to the vest and getting that painted, and the shoes, the boots, and obviously I don't know if I'll be spending more time on the waist. It's just a stand-in until I get the other one. But when I do get the other one, I'll have to paint the blue on it, and then the belt will have to be there, and just make sure it works great. Have to paint his hat. That'll be, a tan color. I actually did order the newer version of Wild Bill, one that's pretty messed up paint-wise. So once I get that one in, I'm going to customize it, and I'll have his hat, which is a soft plastic, coming too, and I'll be painting the hat, and so I'll have two heads, and whichever one I like better is the one I'm going to use. But right now I'm going to keep the original head. I'll have them both. So if I ever need to swap them back or whatever, I can do that. So anyway, that's about it. Everything's going pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with the process so far. So I'll record another video later as I get closer to finishing. So thank you.